Caribbean avocado. Dang.
We are going to go to Florida and finally get back on our boat. We're the cooks, and this is our boat, Hangtime. We've spent the last 2 years getting to know how to sail and having some great adventures along the way. The best is yet to come. Join us as we continue to explore the world on our floating home.
Oh no!
We carried on from Hawaii to Colorado, where we made the most of the mountains and winter sports. But as spring came around, we became restless and decided that since we couldn't get to Hangtime, we had to get Hangtime to us. I called my friend Jayde, who seems to know everyone in the Caribbean, to ask her if she could recommend a delivery crew, and much to my delight, she offered herself up for the job. We worked together to mobilize a crew headed by her and Captain Thomas, and they made their way to Aruba to splash Hangtime.
More time once we get to Aruba than we had today, so we'll have like a few hours in the afternoon and you guys are a couple hours behind us, so we can have a longer chat tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, you said you wanted to talk about like what our plan is with weather and routing and stuff. We've obviously discussed it in quite a bit of detail, but it's really going to depend on the splash and, you know, the weather after that. We have been keeping an eye on it, but as we all know, it's really going to just depend when crunch time comes.
Yeah.
That's when the big talk's going to happen about that. If you have questions about what we're planning up until then, like, we're happy to discuss that in detail tomorrow. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your guys' boat, it's your guys' home. We do understand that, and any input that you have for us with regards to this, or, you know, things you feel like you need to say about the passage or the choices that we're making, please just feel free to dish them out. You know, for us, the more information, the merrier. We do feel happy with our plan of action so far, but
it's nothing. It's
there.
Yeah, the wind that you're going into, it's nothing. I haven't sailed before in it and felt really comfortable in the boat. So,
perfect.
You know, if I hadn't sailed and I said, oh my God, you're going in 2.5-3 meter seas out there, but it's like
It's
I've kind of been in double that with the boat. And
no, I mean, we trust you guys, obviously, if we're putting you with the boat. So, you know, we can work together, but, you know, we trust your decisions and all that. So we're not micromanagers. So.
No, so we trust your judgment on it too, right? And, and you're gonna be out there, and
things change when you're out there. So
so I was telling Jay before, like, we make a plan and we decide today on this one. But if 1 or 2 hours into the trip we see that it's not going well, then it's fine for me to turn back, take another direction, or maybe wait a day until we feel that it's comfortable for the boat. Because we've done the rough conditions, it doesn't scare me. But I don't want to beat the shit out of the boat just because I want to make headway.
No.
It doesn't work like that.
I'm a very conservative sailor too.
Yeah, I know it's fair winds are nice.
I know.
We tested the water main for quite a few hours last night. Tested the generator quite a few hours. Battery bank is full, and now with the 2 solars charging properly, it's holding very good charge.
Okay, did you test if the generator turned on its own or shut off on its own?
I haven't tested it yet. Here's the thing, it started itself a couple of times because the low limit voltage was set at 12.8, which is very high. So when it was that, and the solars were not giving enough power, it kicked off yesterday twice itself. So then we set that to 12.3, lower than that to kick off. because there's no point in it taking off at 12.8.
Yeah, so it kicked.
Very good.
Okay, so it kicked off at 12.8 because of a load that brought the battery just down to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The sodas were not charging at that point, so it dropped a little bit. But I think 12.8 is quite a high voltage for the generator to keep kicking off. You know.
Yeah, or you guys are really taxing the system there. Hair dryers and all kinds of stuff going on.
Jayde,
It's my dreadlocks.
I can tell you guys have been styling your hair.
Yeah. Just looking too good out there.
Jag försöker hitta ginger beer. Jag har lastat all dryck som vi kommer ha på båten. Har vi här. Vi har Red Bull, vi har läsk, vi har juice, vi har kokosvatten och vi har vanligt vatten utöver det vi redan har på båten. Vi har ginger ale och nu ska vi ha ginger beer. Så måste jag gå till bilen och lasta in det här för att jag är långt ifrån klar med min lista. Jag får inte plats mer i min korg. Eller min kart. Vad heter det? Vagn. Avokadon. What? Caribbean avocado. Dang. Vad kostar de?
So we're hanging out in Denver and the crew is underway. So they've been en route now 3.5 days. They're just coming into their 4th night. So they sailed all the way from Aruba and they're just approaching Great Anagua in Bahamas after passing through the channel between Haiti and Cuba. I think it was pretty tough go when they first left. Really strong winds, really heavy seas, you know, heading out in a boat that you've never really sailed before. I think, anyway, I admire them for what they did because they did an awesome job pulling the boat apart, asking tons of questions, getting to know everything, just so thorough. I'm really, really impressed. So I hope they finish as strong as they started because so far it's been really great working with them. They worked hard all week. They caught everything, like a cracked plastic cap on a water tank, you know, the tiniest little things. They were just on top of it. They knew where every spare was on the boat, everything lined up, ready to go. Did the bon voyage, did the farewell. 20 minutes later, we get an embarrassed call from Captain Thomas. He couldn't figure out how to put the main out. So I'm sure he didn't want to have to make that call, but it is really, really complicated. Not complicated, but physically challenging to attach the main to the halyard after you take it out of the sail bag. You have to climb halfway up the mast. It's really heavy and really awkward, and it's held just by a tiny, tiny little pin. And so he was pretty shocked to know that that little pin is responsible for holding that entire sail up under that much pressure. So after we gave him the final directions and second send-off, I think they got the sail up and they've had it up ever since. They decided to go west of Hispaniola, so they passed between Cuba and Haiti, and they were a little bit nervous whenever they left. They were nervous because they had heard a lot about a lot of trash in the water in that area, and also, you know, rumors of pirates. They turned off the nav lights last night, I guess, because they were stuck going through most of the passage at night, but it worked out well because they had a full moon. They said it was beautiful and plenty of light out there to keep an eye for things. So all went well, and they're just maybe 30 miles from Managua. So yeah, we're just Monday morning quarterbacks over here, just watching from the sidelines, backseat drivers. But soon enough, our time will come.
I think I was fine even the other thing. I think the reason I went is without putting the blue wigs on. Like you guys, we were like, didn't I have this from the magic dust? We all dressed up. Yeah, that's for sure there. Oh, we do love it. No, after, right? That's what it's called on the cookie. I'm not talking about my phone name. We all Sunday there's something.
Hey, Char. Where are we off to?
We're off to the Denver airport. And we are going
Pretty excited?
Yeah.
What are you most excited about getting back on the boat?
To be able to jump in the water at any time.
Me too. What about you, Benny?
Unless we're in a place that is dirty water.
Or sharks.
Sharks don't scare me.
What about you, Benny?
Bump, guys.
Me too. Wow!
Swimming?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Dad?
Hey, hoping to slow down a little bit when we go back to the boat.
Oh my
It's
God.
been a busy 9 months. We've covered a lot of ground. Couldn't even list off everything we've done. But getting back there, hopefully the boat is in ship shape. Jump on. There's always a few things to do on a boat, but nothing that has to be done right away. So let's get back on it.
Oh, I can't wait. No, we just have a way of jumping into all these projects when we're on land, and that's what we did, and now we've been going non-stop. Jayde, Thomas, and the crew arrived yesterday after a really smooth Gulf Stream crossing. They pulled into West Palm, checked in, and we're just giving them a bit of time to get rested and get packed up and everything. So we'll see them this evening for a little debrief, find out how the passage went and how the boat held up, and then tomorrow we move back on to our girl. Planning to cruise down to the Keys after we get on. This whole navigating the Florida waterways and all the boat traffic, it's a little bit intimidating to me. There's a lot of intercoastal waterways, but there's also a lot of bridges that our mast probably can't fit under, so then you're dealing with bridge schedules or in and out, and there's just a lot of boats, a lot of big fast boats, so it's gonna be all new, but people do it all the time, so I guess why can't we do it too? We'll figure it out. So here we go.
That's $180. Huh?
It's not bad.
For everything we've took?
I wish I worked for Charlie.
Right here.
That's it, they're signing off.
Until next time.
Yeah, you guys ready to go to the South Pacific?
You guys, take care.
Well, you guys have such a great time sailing in Florida.
Fun guys sailing. Enjoy.
Nice
Yes.
to see you again. Thank you for bringing the boat.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's such fun.
We're here, we made it. We are back on Hangtime. We did the trade-off with Jayde and Captain Thomas earlier today here in Florida, Southern Florida, West Palm Beach. And just have to say again, they did such a great job. They kept the boat looking really good. It was spotless when we came on. Gave a really good rundown of things we need to pay attention to, things that are close to going, things that we might need to keep an eye on. Anyway, a really great, it's just really nice to have some other people kind of double check everything that we're doing on board, since it's not like we've been sailing for years and years. So we think we've got the hang of it, but you can always miss something. So super happy just to kind of have an audit of all of our safety equipment, electronics, everything. So it's really nice to hop on and know that we're pretty much ready to go. So we're gonna hang out here for a few more days. We do, even though we're back on board, we have still quite a bit to do. We found out that the battery on the dinghy was dead, so Brad just ran to get a new one. He's trying to replace that. We lost our closet rod that held up all of our clothes, so everything has just fallen and it's in a big mess, so it's not like I can even put things away. And then the drawer underneath our master bath, the same thing, that's just jammed shut, can't open it, so can't get in there and get things organized. So we're trying to slowly work through the mess of all the bags and everything, so we can get this place feeling like home. Really happy. We thought we had to leave the marina as soon as we arrived, and then they were going to maybe put us on the fuel dock, but as it turned out, they've found a place for us for 2 more nights, so we have enough time to get organized, grab a few things for the boat, get some provisions, and kind of make a better plan to decide where we're going to go over the next coming weeks. So super happy to be back on board, and can't wait to show you guys where we land. Oh, we got the whole family here.
Well, except for Deity.
That's close. Mommy, look at this. Oh, of course. Where else would she be? Except right beside Mama.
Right beside Mama. Because Mama loves the Grogu. And the Grogu loves the Mama.